welcome all you doppelgangers. I'm the Mutation CJ Metal, and today I'm morphing into Relentless Mutation by Archspire. Speaking of mutations, while we're on the topic, let's hope that this COVID virus doesn't mutate any more than it already has. Otherwise, we're more screwed than my chances of getting into graduate school. Yeah. Anyways, released in 2017, this technical death metal album is unlike anything I've personally heard before. You also have to consider I don't listen to a lot of technical death metal, and this album is a good example as to why that is. So I personally like my death metal to be more on the basic side of things, not overly complex, not overly technical. I mean, that's why, in my opinion, old school death metal is so great, is because back then the whole point of the band's music was just meant to make you headbang. It wasn't about creating something complex or overly technical in any aspect. But then, of course, bands started to incorporate more technical aspects of music into their song structures and songs in general, which, of course, is a natural progression, because eventually metal had to expand eventually. But then you have this album in particular that goes really far towards the technical side of things. As you could probably guess already, the death metal on here is very complex in terms of its structure. I mean, you got the guitar and bass doing their own thing while the drums and vocals come at you like a baseball pitch, and it hurts like one too. Besides technical death metal, there is some other influences on here such as deathcore and death grind. So there is a lot going on, and it is a lot to take in. It honestly overloaded my ears and my brain to the point where I had to stop halfway through the album because I just couldn't take it anymore. Now, before you start commenting down below, I do think that these guys are obviously very talented at what they do, and they're very good at their jobs. I do laud them for their abilities to play such technical music. However, I personally just didn't find any entertainment in this album. To me, it's really just a bunch of complex noises. Now, I can understand the appeal of these technical albums. People like a lot of flair and excitement and a lot of moving parts in their music, a lot of stimulus, if you will. However, I am just not one of those people, as I prefer less stimulus. So this album's gonna be kind of a rare situation where I can't really give it an accurate rating or a fair rating or whatever you want to call it. As I've mentioned many times now, music is very subjective, and just because I couldn't find any entertainment in this album doesn't mean it is necessarily bad. However, since I personally didn't enjoy it, I can't say it was good either. It's that weird gray area. But what I can say is that if you enjoy technical death metal with the technical aspects turned to 11, then this album is definitely for you. If you're like me and you don't like your death metal to be overly complex, well then maybe you should skip over this album. Unless, I mean, you can always give it a try. I mean, if you think it sounds like something you might like, then I support you going out and buying this album if you want to. As for me, I will stick with my regular death metal. Thank you very much. And really, that's all I got for today for this review. Thank you everyone for liking. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you tell a friend to do the same. And of course, as always, I will see you at the next review.